Montel Williams, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You just came out of a meeting with the Senate Democratic Conference leader, John Sampson. I believe Eric Adams, the senator from Brooklyn, was there. How did it go? Because if right now it doesn't look like this is going anywhere.
It was incredible. I think, we have to kind of take our time and think this thing through. There are a lot of issues going on here in the state, incredible issues. And to say that, they should stop everything they're doing and just pay attention to marijuana, yeah, I want them to do that, but they've got issues. How did this meeting go? Both are extremes. I won't say extreme. Both are supporters. Both, I think, will do anything it takes to help us get this bill through, and that I know. And in that short meeting, we even had an opportunity to meet with another senator who literally wasn't necessarily a big supporter.
Ruben Diaz.
But it's okay, because I think he could characterize this conversation the same way. There are things that a lot of people who claim to be against marijuana have no idea that they don't know. They have no idea that they really don't know why they have the stand that they have. And they just come up with a stand and come up with these, anecdotal reasons why they say no. But if they listen to some truths, and I think that's what Reverend Diaz had an opportunity to do today, and not that I'm the only person in this country who's telling truth, but
You might be the only person in Albany who's telling the truth at the moment.
Well, when you have to ask a senator a question like, do you know, Senator, that the federal government dispenses marijuana every month, every 17th of every month, and has done so for the last 35 years, and your taxpayer dollars go to pay for that, and when a senator looks you back in the face and says, no, well, there's a problem here.
Is that how you get your marijuana?
No, I don't get it through that program.
How do you get it?
Here's the problem. See, that program was started under the first George W. Bush, and most of your viewers don't know this either. For 35 years, taxpayer dollars have paid for a program at the University of Mississippi to grow marijuana and dispense it
legally.
Legally.
Yep.
It was done to 20 people. Now, 16 of them have died, and there are 4 left. Those 4, every 17th of the month, get canisters of marijuana rolled and made by the University of Mississippi. Now, excuse me for a second here. I thought the job of the federal government was to do no harm. If that's true, why would you dispense a product claiming its efficacy if it wasn't?
So you actually use marijuana every day?
Every single day, and I will do so every day until the day I drop dead.
Before you came to the Capitol?
Yes.
Did you tell Reverend Diaz that?
No, but I spoke openly about the fact that I medicate myself, and I consider medicating. I medicate myself every morning, I medicate myself throughout the day, and I medicate myself every single evening, just the same way as anybody else does, and just the same way as I did when I got up in the morning taking the prescription medication that I was taking at inordinate amounts to keep track of the same issues that I have and I'm using marijuana for.
So where do you get your marijuana from?
I'm a card-carrying marijuana user in 2 of the 14 states that it's legal in, and I'll plead the 5th as to how I take care of my needs where I am.
So let me ask you then, right now, as we were speaking, you have already used marijuana today.
See, here's something that's so crazy about this. People don't understand the drug. If you read any information about it, go back to the 98 study that was commissioned by General McCaffrey under Bill Clinton, we proved for a fact that marijuana doesn't affect everybody the exact same way. People who have illnesses like mine that have traumatic neuropathic illness, we don't get the same euphoria that people who don't have it. A study just came out 3 months ago from the University of San Diego in California, commissioned by the government of California for 10 years. They studied marijuana, and they studied surreptitiously so nobody else could know that they were doing it. And that study came back proving unequivocally that it is one of the most efficacious drugs on the planet for the disease that I have, MS. I don't get the same euphoria that other people do. I get neuropathic pain lessening, and that's why I use it. I have pain in my lower extremities that is here 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, every single minute of the day. I'm sitting here right now with you. You asked me if I use marijuana today. I'm sitting here right now with you, and if I wasn't being interviewed, I would be outside here right now trying to make sure I could medicate myself to stop some of this pain, because that's where it's at, and it stays there. The only thing I can do right now is to take it from about a 6 to a 4, sometimes a 5 to a 3, and that makes it manageable. Are there other things that I could probably do? Oh yeah, how about let's take 16 Oxycontins today.
Well, but you could also take the fabricated version of medical marijuana.
No, you can't. It's something that's called Marinol that's been around in this country for 30 years. It's a synthetic version of the same drug. And that synthetic version of the drug has now been proven by everybody who's ever attempted it. That's the reason why they don't write prescriptions for it anymore, is because its synthetic nature makes it spike in ways that isn't like marijuana.
And it's not, you can't control the dosage.
Not at all. And it's kind of, it's strange. Here's what's so weird about this is that I always get that as the question. But no one in this country will ask this question. Why is it that today, if you have a child, your 10 to 14-year-old child can walk into any grocery store, any drugstore, any health food store in America and buy the most dangerous drug on the planet without a prescription?
Aspirin?
Without a doubt, girlfriend. And where is aspirin made? It's made from the willow tree, from the bark of the willow tree. Aspirin is sold over the counter, no prescription necessary. A child takes enough of them, and it's not a lot. Dead. 2 hours. Overdose and dead. We don't even know, and I defy anybody watching this to find a doctor who can answer this question. Right now today, medical science cannot tell you why aspirin works completely. They don't know. Aspirin is an analgesic, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's a painless. No one knows why. But we sell it. It was a plant. We developed it. Why can't we do the same thing with the marijuana?
Okay, the Senate actually, and you just met with John Sampson, suggested taxing medical marijuana.
Please
Are you okay with that?
Come on, let's tax it. Not only tax it, this is the bill that's written here in the state of New York is the best bill written in this entire country. I'm right now working in the state of Maine with the initiative in Maine. I'm working in the state of California with the California Initiative. I helped Senator Scutari in the state of New Jersey pass the marijuana bill in New Jersey.